looking at this guy's name Antonio. Antonio talks, and this other guy is Juice something. But let's go and look at some of the videos. I just want to go and surf the internet. Then we're gonna go down to some more stuff. But this is what I want to review and show y'all because as you can see, 400 years of being conditioned in something, it's something that's gonna be hard to get off. And like I was saying before, it's not that I know it is gonna be a topic to me that's gonna be, it's already been a one, but at the same time, it gets me because like, why don't people challenge their knowledge deeper, especially when you have Google in front of you? Let's look at this one. Check this one out.
I already did a video talking about this on my main channel, but I just want to go more in depth over here. I just feel like religion holds black people back, and mainly Christianity. And I am aware that Christianity was in Africa, but it was in Ethiopia. Current day black Americans, we are descendants of West Africa. So whenever people bring that up, it doesn't do anything for me. And even if it was the case, what has Christianity did for black people? And look, I mean this in the most respectful way. I want to have a conversation with y'all in the comments.
The first slave ship to
Okay, so let's go through this. So the first, he said, "What has Christianity done for people?" I would say, Antonio, unfortunately, I would have to almost, in a way, mostly agree with you. I question it as well. I think it does give us morals. It does give us good ways of living. How to treat people, great stories and things like that. But and when you look at the cycle of return, we still are not in the top tier of wealth. We still have to repay. We have 400 years plus of damages that has been done to our community, and this is the same book that we took all the way through slavery. So for that question, I don't. It kept us. It kept us. It kept us. Well in the time of wrongdoing. How about that? Something like.
slave ship to arrive in Africa was called Jesus. My question is, did Jesus come to save or enslave? Your Honor, black people, like the Bible, have been translated into over 600 languages, transcribed not only by God's chosen, but by colonizers who took the Bible out of context the way they took black folk out their continent, spray painted, tainted scripture on our suffering, said, "Servant, obey your master." So we bowed our heads, not in protest, but in prayer. Heard God say, "For I know the plans I have for you, to prosper you and not to harm you." Then why is it blinding to be black and believer? Why ghost write a white God to hunt black gods? Behold, I am coming like a thief in the night. Who knew the second coming would be a trip to Africa? To ship families to the promised land of the free. Free if you fit in, free if you don't fight back, free if you forget you were taken. If my body is holy book, Your Honor, then it is no coincidence the Bible is the most stolen.
Hey, that hit my soul, man.
Brother, it hit mine too. Now, what gets me is this right here. It's the Bible. It was stolen, and these are just simple facts. Understand this. When they didn't find us because we was everywhere. They didn't find us. They thought they did. They thought they discovered something. I guess because of whatever. But when they found us, they took everything that we had, everything we worshiped, everything that we were, all our last names, all our inventions, because we had inventions, okay? And they took all of that. And this is before slavery, even this is before this really started, okay? They stole it. And after all these years, it has been translated and redirected, and they gave it back to us so we can stay calm. Yes, the Bible still holds power and it still holds truth, but at the same time, it still holds lies towards that our ancestors didn't even tell us to do. Okay, you can Google fast and say what is Jesus' real name. So things like that make me just curious. And then the thing is, I'm glad to know God, and I think that's why one of the scriptures that stick out to me said, getting to know God for yourself, and I know God for myself. Okay, I know God for myself. I think you should get to know Him too because, I know that I can listen to this right here, understand that it doesn't deter me of who I know God really is, but I do love seeing that what they've been selling to all our generation, that the younger generation sometimes ain't gonna get that because they really can Google. So let's go.
Hey, we gotta wake up, man. We gotta wake up, black people. And let's just say Christianity is real. The slave owner and the slaves worship to the same God. We see who prayers he answered. And please don't give me that, God gonna send them to hell. We gonna be in heaven. Bullshit. Why do they get to have their physical heaven right here, but we gotta wait for our heaven when we die? Like, it just don't make sense, bro. And then even just thinking about it, it's so many different religions. Let's say Christianity is the main religion. All the other billions of people are going to hell because they simply didn't know. And I brought this up on my main channel, but one of the main arguments about why black people went through the things that we go through or went through is because we were worshiping false idols, because we were worshiping the sun and worshiping trees. Bro, there were other races of people doing the exact same thing. Like pagan religions, people were still doing that. People still doing it today. And let's be honest, bro. I can see a tree. It bears fruit. That's life. I can.
Okay, so Antonio, you know what, man? Let me tell y'all something. Even though, I'm telling y'all something. To watch his videos, I'm gonna put his page, put it in the description. But to watch this man videos, listen, y'all. This man right here is passionate about what he's saying. He like, look, they lie to our people. You know what? I think for me, when I hear people say something about the people being having an awakening or being woke or something like that, when it comes to spirituality and religion, for me, yes, that shit is so epically, like, for me, real, of like really like catching on to, like, they lied to us, like they really took our stuff and like really did this, and then and tell us, and then in the Bible it tells you don't deny this book and any other book, but this is the right way and truth. And then on top, like, you look at different books of the Bible, the Catholic Church has more books, and this, so it's out there. But yeah, man, you know, I I know God is real. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I think the God that we've been taught is not the God that that He is in some books. So let's go.
In a motherfucking imaginary person, or even the sun. The sun gives life. Like, it just makes sense that people would want to go towards that. And listen, bro, just my pride aside, I cannot sit here and worship the same God as a group of people who feel this way about me.
If you're a Christian white parent who loves the Lord and loves your children, that you need to have the talk. The talk that we're referencing is the talk that takes your children according to their maturity at the proper time, the appropriate time, and says there are certain parts of town that you.
So going into this part, this is one part I'm bringing this out today. So what gets me is also, this is what Antonio also talks about, which I do enjoy, because this is a conversation to be had amongst the Christians and especially our black people. If y'all need to go out and search. I think for the black people, we need to really, if y'all don't have the intranet, y'all need to go look at some of these white pastors, okay? They're using the same Bible that we carry right now, okay? And they're using it to justify why the hell they do what they do, why they're able to say what they can say, and why they are able to put you in places. And also, let's have a look at what they think, shall we?
And there are certain people that you cannot be around.
Yep.
Right? If there's someone who is black in our church and they've been in our church and we know them and they love the Lord Jesus Christ, great. We're not talking about that person,
Right.
But we're talking about when you go into a crowd of people. If you go into a crowd of strangers and they're white strangers, there's some danger. If they're black strangers, there is 30 times more danger.
And this is a total damn lie. Just look over the statistics of it, okay? Just use your brain without you having to go even look at your phone, look at anything. Let's use our brain. Let's just use common sense, okay? We all know slavery was real. We all know that our people suffered. We all know it was 400 plus years of brutality and murder, and this all came from the hand of white people. Okay, white people have a history of hanging us, beating us, to the right now we still have lynchings from white people. Okay, and after all that time, we still had to fight for our rights, and we have not one time taken revenge. And they say we are evil. Now, does that make sense to you? And that's a quick synopsis. Child.
Man, I'm telling you, you got some black Christians who gonna just be saying he's correct as well. Like, bro, it's like, man, I can't, bro. We gonna finish the video.
And it is actually a failure of your parental duty. White parents, please hear me. If you teach your children growing up, if you lie to them and say all people and all races of people in our country are the same, they are not. You are actually depriving.
Bro, how about just say not all people are good? Like, I don't understand that logic, but y'all motherfuckers be the main one touching on little kids, fucking white Christians. Man, this day, bruh. Dead ass, bruh. Bruh. This type of shit be really making a nigga go radical as hell, bruh. Be really wanting to.
What I did. Oh, baby. That nephew mad as hell. See, and this how we wake up Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. Now. See, this how you awaken them. This how you awaken that beast to them because they tired of this shit. Because they look at it, we are worshiping, and then you look at from them, they looking at, okay, listen, because some of them rhythm go to church like we did. I was born and raised in church, not like our generation. That's what we did, but their generation was on the outside, kind of looking in. They kind of like, y'all doing all of that, and these white people are using the same thing to justify this on the internet because that's what they're doing. Like, really, telling you. But anyway, man, nephew is not playing this shit. Tripped
To be on some, man.
Depriving your child of factual, truthful information that could save their life.
Hey, I'm sorry, man. That is their religion. That is white Caucasian people's religion. And I know y'all be like, we all human, we all no, bro. We different, and we can accept that. Black people, white people, Asian people, we're all different. But just this Christianity shit as a black person, it has to stop. It has to. I don't care if you think your Jesus black, if you think your God a white, bro. They still have the same principles. Like, just imagine, to control a group of people, it's simple. We literally look at the blueprint of what they did to us.
And he is absolutely correct. The blueprint of what they did is a book. I have to get it and put it in the description for y'all to see. The book that was written, because white man read it, and he read about how to keep us pretty much in a cycle of just what it is now, for years to come with black people. It is built to, this system was never built for us. The Constitution was never written for us. Like, we have to understand these things. We were sold as cattle, and the same Bible we have now was out then. But I mean, that Bible, it still has, like I said, moral truths and things like that. It's still, some of it is adjusted to us, but they didn't give us all our shit back. They stole it. Most of the Bible's locked up over there in the museum in London somewhere, in England. Real talk. Check this out.
Take them from their natural habitat, where they're familiar with. Strip them from everything that they know, their religion, their way of living, their culture. Take everything away from them. Give them something else, and you will keep them controlled forever. Just logically thinking, why would a slave master, if I want you to be a obedient, good slave, I want you just to stay here and work for me, never run away, why would I give you anything that will liberate you? Why would I give you a Bible that will set you free? It doesn't make sense. Listen, just think from an extremely logical standpoint, bruh. We got to start thinking with our hearts. Let's be real. Ain't no God that supports black people is going to sit back and let 400 years of brutal misery happen. And you know who that God helped out? Those people committing those acts towards us. And it just...
And what gets me is we have to understand this is true as being black people. Understand is they painted everything they could white forever. And the things I went to go do research. Do you know that in the Catholic Church, when these priests go back there, they bow to a black Madonna. Okay, they bow to a black Madonna. Okay, Yoruba is something that people would ever say, but is actually one of the first known things that we actually. And so they have created even voodoo. Everything has a dark and a light side to it, right? This is all. And so anything that was black that they found, they created and turned it into the Bible. It gets me because we worry about these things when it comes to we say something about this and that, witchcraft, this and that. Do y'all really read the Bible with an open eye? Things are flying, he's striking shit, magic. This is magic shit going on in here. Okay, all of a sudden now we don't believe anything that's on the ground. This is amazing. You know, and still of it, you know, and I understand what this young man is saying. Nephew Antonio was saying from the young folk side of it, you know, what the hell is it doing for us now? Okay, this the young Malcolm X coming out. He want to know what the hell, what the hell is going on? Oh God, no more dog look. Let's go.
Blows my mind when I see black people really trying to defend this shit. Like, I swear, like, y'all gotta watch my main channel video, bro. You're gonna see it's black people like, oh yeah, you know, we was worshiping false idols, so we deserved all of that because of something we didn't know. Even if that was the case, bro, y'all got that shit. And the hypocrisy is so real because on one hand, you got Christians that'll be like, say they get in a car accident and they don't pass away. Oh, God helped me from passing away. Thank God. So God intervened on your little accident, but couldn't help the millions of other problems going on in the world. What made you special for him to intervene? But let's say something bad happened. It's the devil's fault. Bruh, make up your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, you can't keep blaming the devil on everything bad that happens and only giving props to God's goodness. It don't make sense. It don't. We got to stop doing it. If Christians use the standpoint that, you know, God has no
Okay. So I agree with him. You know, in a way, sometimes we blame everything on the devil, but sometimes it just be us. Like, I've learned, like, to take accountability for some shit. Like, some shit I know you argue about. I have my feeling about certain things after, but I don't give a fuck about. But I have to blame myself because it was my decision because I'm an adult. And that's the gem of it. You know, why can I complain when I did something It was me, I'm an adult, it was my decision. So it was the you know, outcome. And I get that what he's saying, and you know, because some people look at it like that. And you know, I feel like God has his way of teaching us all in his own way. But who knows, you know. But I just really enjoy to see this little Malcolm X waking up because he understands that our people, honestly, it is not to deter our religion or to say anything about Christianity, whatever. But at the same time, you have to ask these relevant questions and being able to not saying give up your faith or whatever, but being able to leverage and understand what we can take from this. There's people that's in the church, right? Learn how to leverage from this and take from this and build up on. Let me go and add in the research I found so I can educate my people the appropriate way with this combined. You know, using your brain to big and not neglecting it because you neglecting it. It just says that you're stupid because it's truth. This is fact. You know, can't deny what the truth is. They lied. They did you know, revise and retweak the Bible many times. Okay, they did steal it from us. One of our Yoruba is actually not. You know, these are all black things. You know, so some people just do this and that. Sometimes people just turn it into shout this and that because in Africa you see some videos people out there hopping and we turned it. It's a different form in the modern day, and we shouldn't be scared of our own shit. And we are the original people. You know. And these white people put us in this predicament. We should not be hating each other. You know, King James was a homosexual. Let's go.
no intervention on what goes on in this world, then cool. But y'all gotta stop saying thank God for shit happen. Stop doing that. Give credit to yourself. Because when bad happened, he gets no credit. Why is that? When they was going around converting people to Christianity.
Y'all, you know where I have to watch. I just downloaded it because man, he be going in. I tripped out. Yes, he said gets. A lot of people say give credit to your ancestors, and we're gonna see that video too because you know a lot of people say, you know, our ancestors this is and that, but I get it. But I know for me, I haven't had my own experience with God myself. Black Jesus, so I know who he is personally in me. I know, you know, who I worship. I know who, you know, what is. I just it's hard to go into sometimes because black folks and you know it's stupid to have that divide. But I just understand that when you go into research, you understand that it's ashamed. But yes, I just feel like yeah. I mean, yeah. So anyway, he feel the way he feel, but you know he'll grow head to his way. But he funny. I love.
Them motherfuckers was killing people that didn't want to follow their lead. That's the devil, bruh. That's evil. That's wickedness. Even today, bro. So many Christians come up with child, you know what, doing, man.
The only logical point of view for any black person on this planet should be atheism. I hear people say all the time, why didn't your Christian God intervene during slavery? And while that is a very valid point because the Christian God hasn't done anything for us, neither have the African gods, nor the ancestors,
Damn.
nor the spirits.
Damn. I ain't gonna lie, that's a hard truth, you know what I'm saying? I can see myself being spiritual, but damn, he got a point. That brother got a point right there, man.
The only thing that has ever helped black people is black people.
You know, now listen. I mean, you know what I can say about Antonio? Like, he's balanced, right? When he hears the truth or whatever, and he knows things are just valid, it's just valid. Yes, we have issues we can fix in the black community, but at the same time, a part of it. Not saying religion holds us back. I just think that we lose sight on. Sorry, y'all. We lose sight on what the main focus should be. You know what I'm saying? We really do. We lose sight on it, and that sight is really lost sometimes.
Living, flesh and blood, three-dimensional black people.
That's why I try to give salute to, you know, our leaders, bro. The Nat Turners, the Denmark Vessies, civil rights leader, MLK, Malcolm X, like, they died behind this, bro. They was really doing that. They was really getting us help, you know. That's why I try to use that take, even though that is like ancestors, but like, I kind of think he missing the point with the ancestor thing. But
The only thing that we have ever needed and the only thing that we ever will need is each other. So let's come together, organize, and stop listening to the people telling us to just put it in God's hands, which is just code word for let's do absolutely fucking nothing.
hey, bro, he hit me because like I said, I'm spiritual. You know what I'm saying? And that shit makes sense, boy. But like I said, I think spirituality kind of works a little different with it. Like, I feel like but you got a point right there. Hey, y'all leave me your thoughts on this down below, brother.
But yeah, this is Antonio Talks. I'm gonna leave his page in the description box. But you know, I love that he, at least honestly, as a black person, he realizes that the struggles that black people went through as a whole, and seeing like over a long time frame, where has it benefited us? And we're still, like I said the other night, we're still having these moments in 2025. We still having our first this and our first black this and our first black that.